Hey, we are going to be looking at Rompas, a 16-year-old Marcia boy. My name is Avinho and I'm a storyteller, and my goal is to bring about a positive change in your life through storytelling. So make sure you stick with me to the end. So Rompas is 16-year-old Marcia boy from Kenya. He heard about a church and was intrigued because the method of their teaching and their beliefs was different from what he knew. So he walked up to his pastor and asked him about this particular church. And the pastor told him that they were devil worshippers and that they entered the church backward and they worship naked. So Rompas was intrigued, in fact, even more. And for positive or negative reasons, you know what I mean. He wanted to find out the truth for himself. So one Saturday morning, Rompas took his shuka, because that's the traditional clothes in Kenya, and he walked a distance to the church, and he stood very far away on a hill, and he watched. The first person came, and the person was wearing a suit, trouser, shirt, tie, looking all dazzling and sparkling, and he entered the church. Rumpel was disappointed because the man was not naked and he did not enter the church backward. And the more people came, the more Rumpus was disappointed because they all walked into the church normally and they were wearing clothes. And Rumpus decided to still sit down for a while, watching what was happening, and the service was going on. After a while, Rumpus wanted to see for himself what inside the church looked like. So he walked closer to the church, and the beautiful music also dragged him in. So he sat down at the back seat. He saw that everybody was properly dressed, and he was the only one half naked with his traditional wear. So he stayed till after the service, expecting either people to be naked or them to walk out of the church backward. But to his disappointment, nothing like that was happening. So after service, as he was about to leave, a missionary from the United States walked up to him and talked with him for a while through the help of an interpreter. And after they finished speaking, the missionary gave him a pair of suits, and he was so happy because only him was looking different. And so he wore the suit, and he did something disrespectful to his culture. In fact, he needs flogging. He used his shuka, that's his material. He tore it and used it as a belt for his trousers, and he was so happy, and he went home jubilating. Now, when Rumpus got home, he had 82 brothers and sisters, so he had to explain to each and every one of them how he was wearing a suit rather than his shuka. And his mom actually liked it, and some of his siblings. After explaining to them, he went to his room. He removed the pair of suits, kept it inside a box, and placed it under his bed. So he wore that every Saturday to the same church. In fact, it became his way of life, and his mother always joined him. Now, during an interview, Rompas admitted that finding the truth instead of listening to his pastor that day actually set him free. Now, this story is centered on religious and belief, but in other sphere of life, relationship, finance, even down to our health, even down to what we eat, we should learn to find out the truth about things, especially in this era where social media is booming and everybody just want to absorb everything they see on social media. No, that is totally wrong. Learn to find out by yourself. You can simply do that by asking professionals, and if you are not comfortable with one person, you can ask multiple professionals and also do your research. Then you compare and contrast and see and take the best decision for yourself. So I challenge you, in all spheres of life, make sure you find the truth for yourself. I know that some of you must have been in situations where you had a belief about something, and later on you got to know the truth and saw that it was totally different from what you believed in. Please do well to share your story in the comment section. Your story can actually inspire someone to do better and probably change their life. Obrigado.